Alright, let's get the show on the road. Welcome everybody, and hopefully everything's working okay. Yeah, I've just been cleaning out the fish farm. I'd only done it earlier today, so there wasn't a lot in there, but yeah, few things. Always handy to have a few extra things. Hope everybody's had a good week and weekend. Mine has been interesting. Stepdaughter's birthday this weekend, so yeah, had a party going on. What have I done since last time? I'm trying to think now. Yeah, can't think. Well, last time we built these two houses and we repopulated the village a little bit, and they've since all of the babies have grown up, and we have now got a pretty full village. We have got 29 residents. With 26 structures, complete mixture of professions, no children at the moment, and I think if I look somewhere, we've got 36 beds, which has actually got one non-military bed and 6 more guard beds, so that's a thing as well. I started planning out around here, so I brought the thing. I want to put another building in here, another house at some point. What else? Hang on, what's that over there? Is that something I should be concerned about? Oh, it's one of them. Not major league concern then. It's a storm elemental thing. You get them now and again after thunderstorms. So yeah, what else? Just bear with me, I've got a bit of something stuck. A bit of pepperoni from tea. Don't know what it is about pepperoni. I particularly enjoy meats which end up giving me problems with gaps in my teeth. Anyway, put space in for another house here, so kind of filling in the gaps, and I'm trying to think what else we've got. Oh, and I've done that tower. That's the other thing I did. The other biggie. So I got one or two things done. We'll go up and have a look at that. The detailing work still needs to be done. It's just a matter of motivating myself to do it. To be honest, it's not the most enthralling work in the world. So we've got this bit of the barracks to do, which I think we've got a lighting glitch here because that should have been lit. We've got the detailing work to do on that side, and I've started extending down here. Yeah, that's pretty much it really. Done a few bits and pieces, just tidying and getting around the place. Now and selling things. I've been selling to the trader when he turns up in the morning as well. In terms of what I'm going to do today, I kind of got some loose plans. Nothing, you know, in things. So these are set the right way around. Hopefully, therefore, they will open when the lights come up. We still need to work on the potion area. We still need to get those things. We need to get some more carts in and expand this. I still actually do need to run around here and randomize some of this dirt blocks as well a little bit. But I got a few ideas that I want to look at. So let's wait for the gates to open. They should open at some point. this morning, and there's Potter. All right. Oh, I still need to do that as well. Let me just go in here a second. I need to have a look at this this butcher's thing. How am I for clay? I'm not bad. Let me just go and get some. See, the kitchen would kind of work, but then it wouldn't. Let me just check something with these solid dark ones. They are solid blocks, aren't they? I think that might work then. Let's go and have a look while we wait for the gates to open. They should open. Kitchen, nope, wrong way. Kitchen, yeah. So if I use these, take maybe 8 of those, that should be more than ample. And then he definitely is a butcher, so he's going to want a set of knives. Cutting board would be fine, but the carrots probably don't fit the butchery theme. And obviously I don't want to be too modern with the various bits and pieces in here. Just the sound of surprise. We do have some hanging pheasants, so we can take a couple of those. That will definitely work. Pig on a platter. That definitely some Serena ham. Sausages, of course. Anything else out of that lot that kind of... God, this is so noisy. Yeah, I don't think soda bottles are quite what we're after there. Let me just come back in this way and see if there's anything. I doubt there's much in the yard, if anything. Trophies, probably not. Technology, storage, yeah. It doesn't need to be overly fancy, it just needs to have that, you know, we get finished, that finished look. Lobster, salmon, shrimp, mussels, no, that's all fishy. Fish food, cookies, probably not. Yeah, I think we're probably about there with that. Just conscious that I've been putting this off, decorating this. You know, sometimes it's one of those things that decorating your build can be as big a pain as, you know, you can imagine. It's one of those things you really have to kind of psych yourself up to. Pop one of them there. Pop that there. Ham there. Ham there. Okay, sausages. No, come on. Oh dear. He did not sound happy about that. Sausages there, and there. Well, it's certainly an improvement on its decoration immediately. I wonder whether I've got any meats or anything. Well, I wonder whether the meat is placeable. A fish is placeable. So, oh, hang on. Let me just go and dispose of those and recycle them. So yeah, I think the big plan for this weekend is this stream is going to be to get the villager breeder working and start with the villager side of things over in the Dragon Skull Cave, which I hope you enjoy all liked. Right, what we got? We'll take a little bit of pork. We'll take a pork chop, and a chicken would be better. Let me just see if we've got any chicken. I have kind of sorted the boxes. They're just going to make a mess of them, obviously, but in theory, I had everything belonging where it belonged. Not anymore. because they won't observe that. It's a definite improvement I think Tango needs to think of, is labelling the chests so they put certain things in them. I think that would be really, really good. Let's just go and see whether we can put a little bit of meat on the counter somewhere. And then I think we can call that one good. And still need to do something here as well. Alright, let's have... So, you know, I know we can place it there. It just does not want to let me place it on... damn you. I don't suppose I've got any stairs or anything, have I? That would be an obvious solution. Oh, gates are open as well, that's always good. Right, get a couple of those going. Actually get 3 of those going, because what we'll do is we'll crafting bench one of them. That can be part of the decor as well. And it's always handy to have crafting benches scattered around everywhere anyway. You know, you put your bench in and then you can forget about it. Get a little bit of that, a little bit of you, a little bit of you, and we'll just do that, I think, and then we can put that on there. That is one hell of a lamb chop, and a bit of pork. There we go, sorted. Right. I don't know what I've actually got left in here to sell, because I made quite a few emeralds. What's he after today? Books, wheat, bread. I don't think we've got any of that gold. Steak I'm not selling for 2. Birch for 4. We'll have. Carrots for 4. I don't think we've got any carrots in there either. Okay, that's fine. Right, we need to be on. Oh, I put a new marker in as well to just hop around. So we need to come up with a place to store the villagers, and actually to breed the villagers, I should say, not store them. That's entirely the wrong thing, and that needs to be put away somewhere, but pop it in there for now. And then once they start breeding, we'll obviously need a place to transfer them to. Let me grab my wings. We'll head over there to the dragon, and we'll have a wee bit of this going on. So at the moment we've got the outside done. I've actually got the means of chucking things back into the system quickly, which is handy, using those as decoration. But it's a matter of what we do with the inside, and I think the first thing we probably want to do is take this down. The other thing I'll do is I wish we could turn this marker off. I know it's there, I don't need to be told it's there. Okay, so that's a sheep. I was just wondering what made that noise. It's going to be a sheep. So if we keep going in this way and then start down, I think like that. Got torches, so that's good. Probably want to make sure we are lit as well. Not desperate, but you know. Right, where's my bag? First things first. I don't really want to go consuming everything, but I do want. Yeah, so I'll keep hold of that. I want my my 3x3 for definite. Not entirely sure how far down to go either. What are we at now? 70 odd. Let's think about this for a second. So this is on 74. What level do I need to be coming under? I think it's about 64, isn't it, if I'm going to be transporting them? So obviously 63 is sea level, and we're going to need to be below, probably down at something like about 58 is the depth we're going to have to transport them through by tunnel. So yeah, you're very quiet. Yeah, let's just see about, if we can get down, then we can get in and get a room done. Now I'm going to kind of use a mixture of vanilla village breeding mechanics, but I'm going to use a few of the modded features, hopefully to help with that. I'm going to just keep going down like this, I think. And there we go. What are we at now? 70. I need to get down to, certainly need to be a few blocks down beneath here. And I know there's a cave system down here, which is going to make life even more fun. But that's fine. Oh yeah. So at this point, I think take a landing round, and also make sure that I'm not leaving any bright spots, and then just double back on ourselves. At this point here. One, yeah, that's probably a. It's a funny thing with hammers. I'm a bit of an odd person when it comes to hammer-based mining mechanics, because sometimes I think they're actually more trouble than they're worth. They can be obviously less. Oh, here we go. I knew we'd hit that eventually, but that's fine. We'll block it all off. We'll make sure it's safe. It'll actually make coming down here a little bit easier anyway. So obviously at this point we're down at 62, so we're almost there anyway. I don't know why I went that far across actually. So that's the level that we're mining down to. And then we need to drop a little bit lower to head the tunnel over that way when we come over. Now, right now, this is lit, but it's accessible from the outside. So, what to do? Let me just make sure that we are... Oh, yep. What was down? Definitely sounds like we've got I've definitely been all over the shop down here, haven't I? Oh dear. Anyway, easy to get lost. I would say especially if you're me, but unfortunately that's not strictly speaking true. And now, except of course I've just gone and got myself lost. God damn it. Right, where did... Oh, it's there, that's right. So I think the easiest thing is just use some of this to fill this space up. I'm going to do a double thick wall because I will end up digging through that at some point, I'm sure. And not like I'm short of stone, so let me just make sure I'm not leaving any spawnable spots. In fact, I'll double make sure I'm not leaving any spawnable spots, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, and then double thick on this side as well. I think that will be adequate. At least until I know what I'm doing with all the stairs and stuff anyway. Oh dear. Everybody's very quiet. I always get nervous when people are quiet. I don't really get nervous. So I don't know why I said that. Alright, well, we got the space coming out down here. Now we need to build a villager farm, which is obviously going to include a farm and a capture method, and then we need to get the villagers down and yada yada. So maybe from here. Oh, you don't like the problem with that hammer. In fact, I've been putting off doing this, but let me just go and do this anyway before we start. Let's quickly warp over to the castle. So I've been using this pick with all sorts of enchants on it, and it's a good pick. You know, it works as a hammer. But there is, if I can find the hammer station, there is obviously hammers in this, and we have a range of options. The giant hammer is possibly overkill for what we want, as is the nether star hammer, but I'm thinking a diamond hammer wouldn't go too far amiss. It's only 10 diamonds and some sticks only. Let me just divest myself of a few items. Certainly the stuff that I don't want about my person, like those. And we'll have, because we've got, it's not like we're shy of diamonds. In fact, we're shyer of sticks, but we'll just use those. That will do the trick. Up, and bang. Okay, there's our hammer. I'm going to leave that one behind, and we're going to go and get this thing just enchanted up and see what we can get on it, and then we'll continue on getting the villager breeding area kind of built. I think that will do the trick. Whoa. Don't know if there's a baby somewhere, but I'm not that worried about picking it up. Now again, I've got a whole load of thing. I've got like unbreaking on there. I'm almost certainly going to have an efficiency book somewhere. I've got silk touch. Do I want silk touch? Yeah, I think silk touch is more useful to me than, what was that one? Oh, it's got curse of binding on it. Okay. Depth strider, yeah, smite. I'm not bothered about looting. Efficiency 4 would be nice though. Mending, I know I saw a mending book in that most recent tombstone, definitely. soul bound thingy. Silk touch, I thought I put, yeah, I did put a silk touch away. I could have sworn I saw a mending book on the last batch of books I thing. Let me just find it. Or a book with mending, you know, not necessarily. It's going to take a moment. Hi Terry, no worries. Sunday nap. I could have done with one of those. I never got a chance actually. Did I pick up an efficiency? I did. Rip powers. I could have sworn I'd seen a mending book. There, that one's got mending. Right. Let's go and see what we get on it to start off with, shall we? Just soulbound. Doesn't matter. One less thing to put on, isn't it? It's not so bad when you've only got one enchant on them. It's all these damn multi-enchant books that are causing me the grief. Because obviously, whereas in Sid's Modern Life I can disenchant the books back onto other books and break them back down quite easily. That's one of the guards practicing not actually a villager getting the snot beaten out of it, which was what I thought it was the first time. Yeah, I don't have that luxury on this one, so definitely mending. Definitely unbreaking. And there we go. That's time for a new anvil. 1, 2, and 3. And get that one going. I'll just leave that there for now. So yeah, it's efficiency 4 would definitely be most useful, and we'll go with the silk touch because we can. Still got 8 levels left, and I'm gonna go and soon get levels back anyway. The next time I go and repair my tools. So from here we should be good to quickly fly back over and head in there and continue with the excavation. We're going to need to come back, but what I'll do is I'll probably stick a totem down just for the a waystone down temporarily, and we'll get in there and, you know, we'll get some stuff done. But right now what we've got is this. Let's have a look what this hammer does. Pretty much what I expected. Now, do I want this to be within the village confines or not? I mean, I suppose it would make sense, because then it's just another chunk that I can keep loaded, isn't it? But of course we do need to make sure that we are aware of the lighting as well. Okay, so if we make our walk, bring our kind of selves out this way either side. What's the durability on this? Can you see? You can't. Okay. I'm just curious. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, terra firma craft anvils are not to be taken lightly. Oh dear. Right. Let's get a room built. It needs to be, if we go from there, we go 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, but I need it to be bigger than that, so we certainly need to be at least that kind of size, which would be, if I was to go from there 1, 2, 3 and that 1, 2, 3, No, that's actually the size of the crop area. Bigger. Let's go for 2. I will pop some lights down just to improve the situation. But what are we at now? That's 3. That's 13 by 13. It's not too bad, I suppose. Especially not once we stab. Well, it's 13 by, not 13 yet, but it's 13 by 6. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Can't see where I am. So that should. Wow, I've I've definitely run out of stuff to put things in. Well, I really don't need half of these, so we'll just get rid of those bits and pieces for now. Yeah, we will need a 3 by 1 shaft up to bedrock. Not bedrock, up to the surface, but that's the worst of it. So if I was to go from here and go to the middle, it's going to be there, isn't it? I need to hammer out some more space, so we'll. Oh, damn it! Always one, isn't they? And I may go and borrow one of those braziers actually from upstairs, just so I can keep on top of this this stone. Although I suppose I could just stick one of these down. That would work equally well, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'll do. I don't like voiding things. It's always feels wrong to me. I mean, I'm having to. You know, the fish farm alone is making so much stuff that I just can't keep up with it all. So I'm voiding a lot of that. Right, how are we doing? Yeah, we're getting there. We've got some kind of space going on. And then I suppose what we need to decide is carrots or potatoes. I think it doesn't really matter. I'm not sure whether there's actually any difference in the rate they grow, to be fair. You know what I haven't got is any dirt on me. That's the thing. Okay, right, so let's just... let's go and grab a waystone. And we shall just plonk that there temporarily. Temp. Done. Bang. Castle. So we need dirt. I've got a bucket of water. I'm going to need dirt. I'm going to need a apiary. If I haven't got one already. I have. Definitely going to need 2, 3, maybe. I'll take a few more stacks of dirt with me. Food. How am I for carrots? I'm alright for carrots. How am I for potatoes? Not so hot. And the problem is those greedy villagers keep cooking theirs. We'll go with carrots then. That's fine. Now I've got one in the sea chest. The villagers don't like it if you muck them around with their what they pick up and drop. So, well, at least from what I've seen of it, they don't. They're probably fine, but you know, things are carrots. Bees would be really handy. We'll take a full 64 because it's not like I'm going to need to generate more. And then glass would actually be handy, I suppose. I don't know how much, if any, I've got. Huh. It's not looking hopeful. Not a major problem. I've got plenty of sand. Well, I say I've got plenty of sand. I've got sand. Let's just get the. Let's go and get the basis in, and then we can work around that, I think. So if I take this out of here, I'm going to come down, around here, and we're going to pop that in like that. What can I put in her? I'm out of inventory space already. Poison block, always a perfectly acceptable block to, you know, use. Just it's just a block that when you look at it, you kind of go, that should be there. It's got no other, you know, reason for it being there other than that. And then we'll take our apiary. Whack the bees in, and I should have. There we go. We've got an old. We've got. Let me stick with rustic lanterns. They're the cheapest of all of the fancy lights. And there we go. So from there, it's 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. Not quite like that, because I just put a hole where I didn't want one. Well, I will want one eventually. But if nothing else, we can get the carrots grown in and planted and ready to go. And I can worry about how this place looks later. Now I'm just trying to think where we are. Let me just have a look at the map and look at the overworld. So here is probably going to be about the best place to, if that's the skull, it's probably going to be the best place to take a column up, isn't it? Here, or maybe actually here. Here might be better. Yeah, over this side. So if I come from here and cut in there, well, that's where my columns, my upward light column's going to be. Put this lot down. And I didn't bring a. Hang on, I'm just going to go and borrow one of those those braziers from upstairs, and we'll see. Is it night time already? I think it may be. Just borrow that. And that should allow me just to empty myself, get rid of a lot of this stuff as and when we don't need it. Certainly the stuff we don't need anyway, like the dirt. I shouldn't need any more of that, so right, go and grab that. That should have my overly expensive hoe in it. and that can just be with the growth ticks we get from 64 bees, the villagers should have difficulty keeping up with it. And get these in. No particular rhyme or reason why I kind of do these in any order. It's just whatever appeals to me at the time. So let me have a look here. This needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stab a torch down here for a moment, and where's my thingy? That'll get me out. And then this is going to be awkward. How am I going to do this? I know I'm going to do this. Temp in bright yellow, save. We'll jump up here. I'm going to need a little bit of glass anyway, so we'll have to go back. So I don't think I've got anything that will do. Let me just check on super smelter, because I'm sure I put some glass in there at one point and I don't think I waited for it all. Can't remember. But if not, not a problem. I didn't. Okay, we need some sand then, don't I? Unless I've got some glass here. Got some sand here. It's not going to be enough for what I want, but it'll be enough for the initial thing. So yeah, I say I hope everybody's had a good week. I don't know whether anybody's been keeping up with this Child Online Protection Act copper thing that's been doing the rounds, and everybody's been flipping their well, not to phrase too fine a purpose on it, flipping the shit over. An interesting one. Because if you've been following it, it is the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, have fined YouTube, what was it, 170 million or something, some ludicrous sum, for, in quotes, collecting data on children to do with advertising and stuff. And as I understand it, they shouldn't be doing that. But the interesting, or at least the interesting thing for me that comes out of this was that, according to YouTube's terms and conditions, for a YouTube membership channel, not YouTube Kids, but YouTube membership, you have to have, what time are we at in the morning? We're at sunrise, so you have to have, you cannot have a YouTube account if you're under 13, and the FTC define a child as anybody under 13. So the question I have is, how are YouTube collecting data on under 13-year-olds if they can't have an account? Because if you, for example, if I were to go onto a web page now and bring up my viewership stats, I can get a breakdown of the people who watch my videos by age, and it is 13 plus. They don't actually have any stats for anybody under 13 on my channel. So I honestly do not understand how. What's over? Ah, God. Sneaky. The problem is, Terry, with people who said, oh, I'm leaving YouTube, I'm moving to Twitch, is that doesn't actually change anything. What they are doing is still illegal. It's only a matter of time before they put the same if they do this, if they put the same thing into there we go. Right, so I need to take out you. Oh, bum, hang on. That is a chisel grass block, which means one of those was getting light from there, but that doesn't matter. That's fine. Pardon me. So yeah, it's I think there's an awful lot of knee-jerk reaction from this, and the reality is we'll have to see and wait and see what happens. But I don't see how they can enforce it. I mean, my attitude at the moment is just bring it on, you know. Oh, hello. Okay. Because, quite frankly, I will take my chances. If they try and sue me as a British things, that doesn't matter. The parent can't give consent to the kids to watch YouTube and use a 13-year-old account. The family account is things, and again, it shouldn't be down to it shouldn't be down to the YouTubers. The parents should be the ones taking responsibility for it. But it's like all of these things. It's a knee-jerk reaction, and my personal belief is it will blow over, and it'll be a complete storm in a teacup. And yeah, right. Let me get up here. How do I want to do this? I would like to place these blocks there. I think that's, and then I can pop you there, and we've got the light block, and you can't see that. Yeah, that works. Now I've got a little bit of life left in these shears, so I can also further hide it with some leaf blocks. You know, it's an awkward one, because unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your attitude, these YouTubers are the new celebrities, and these are what the kids look up to. So it's going to be a very difficult policing action to take it away. But yeah, I don't know. It will be what it is. I'm certainly not going to take down all my videos and go and run off. I will wait and see. You know, I can always take them down later. Like I say, if they did try and find me, what was it, $42,000 per video? Yeah, good luck with that. Try it, and I will just. I would fight that in a court. Absolutely. Well, obviously you would, you know, but there's also the debate about whether it's even a UK YouTuber is even covered. But I don't know. It just seems like a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to a problem which actually isn't even there. Because here's the interesting thing. If, as a parent, you go to your 10-year-old child, I'll sign up and create you an account. You're not giving the correct name. You're doing it as a parent, so you're probably putting the parent's age in or something along those lines. What actual intelligence or marketing advice are they getting from it? Because I don't see how they can find that any of that useful in the slightest. Right, so that gives me what we need there. I need some doors. I also need to do a bit of something. We need more glass for definite, and because this will have this will be dropped down to like so. Getting some ores out of it at least. Yeah, it's an interesting one, and I am somewhat, I don't know, I suppose I can't say I'm unsympathetic. Well, I can say I'm unsympathetic. I can say what the hell I like, but I'm not unsympathetic to the plights of people who are making their entire livelihood on YouTube. You know, that's a decision they've made based on it being perfectly financially viable as a career choice in the period and age we live in. However, making your entire living on a service which, let's be honest, owes you nothing is a little bit bizarre, in my opinion. You know, every time YouTube makes a decision, or Twitch, or Mixer, or any other streaming service, every time they make a decision about how they're going to do the service, they are going to upset somebody. They're going to upset somebody's livelihood. Now, if I were basing my livelihood on something like that, I would almost certainly be contemplating what's the word? Making sure I had some kind of insurance and actually paying for a service. See, if you had a YouTube, if YouTube was a paid service, if I had to pay to put my videos on there, and I had to pay to partake of the advertising revenue, even if it was a small percentage of what you made, you'd have some kind of leverage and leeway and say in what was happening. But because it's entirely free, you don't, other than taking your business elsewhere. But as I say, taking it to another provider is not going to solve the problem, unfortunately. Give me some oak. That should be, yeah, that should be enough, I think. Oh, let me just check, see what I've got built already, if anything. We'll take those few trapdoors. Now the other thing I need to work out my numbers though. I can always come back. I've got the teleportation set up now. Where was I going? There. So the idea is that we will do the usual trick around here. We need to make some doors. Let me grab some of that, and I need 9 doors. I could do with yeah, actually I'm going to go and grab a bit of glowstone. Yeah, so I don't know whether YouTube needs to grow up and start saying, look, we'll provide you with a service on which you can make an income, but to use said service, you do really need to. I'm going to take a couple of them. That should be more than enough. You need to be paying or having some kind of contractual relationship with us, other than a nebulous terms of service. I don't know. I'm fairly certain they don't get anywhere near the value of the service that I use from me. So if I go with 1, 2, and 3, so this will be one villager's home. We'll give him some nice walls though. All the way down there. Right, I need to probably put that away. Oh, nope, no, there we go, swap it out, there we go. In fact, I can stick that away as well, can't I? And that will... And we'll just, because it's quick and easy, we'll go with stone brick, because I've got it. And maybe some big tile stone floor. which will come all the way over there. We'll whack down a little bit of glowstone, and then we shall... I would prefer you on the other side, I think. And that. You know what, I'm going to have to do that. See, I know it doesn't matter, but I'm going to have to do that ceiling as well. Otherwise, I'm going to be feeling very dirty. Okay, and then again, because I just don't like leaving things an unfinished mess, we'll convert those over and get that all done in as well. I think a lot with the YouTube uploads is just your bandwidth and getting your meta tagging done right in the first place. But yeah, it can be a pain. I wouldn't disagree with that. God damn it! So you get all of this going. Now this, again, this doesn't matter from the point of view of the farm, but it matters from the point of view of my sense of aesthetics. So we shall replace this. I'm not so bothered about actually I will do the floor because I know I'm going to see it and I'll know it's there, and that's enough. Sometimes just knowing that there's something that you've done badly is enough to get me to do it again. But that will do there. Then we'll take you, actually we'll note that one. Oh God. To that, and also to that, there we go. In fact, those two can become that as well. Just keep it tidy. You can turn comments off, but of course that's half the argument that with this child thing is that if you mark yourself as child friendly, or not even child friendly, if you mark yourself as recorded, designed for children, with children in mind is the argument, you can't have comments, you can't have advertising, and they can't collect any data on it. And of course, a lot of those features are the very features that make the process work in the first place. You know, this is, after all, you engaging with your viewers, or at least in theory you are. So the concept that you can't do that is what's got all of the YouTubers in a flummox in the first place. Now, if you are to mark yourself as not recorded for children, and that's what I've done with mine. I mean, yes, I'm playing Minecraft, but I never recorded any of this for children. You know, in fact, I'd be very surprised if many watch at all. Just because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm a wrinkly-assed old bloke who plays Minecraft, and you know, my sense of humour is, at best, can be described as being dry. So, and yeah, my very demeanour is dry, if you like. So I don't, you know, I don't see that I make for children. I certainly don't record with children in mind. I don't go out my way to swear, and you know, I don't go out my way to be an adult language channel, but I also don't go out of my way to be a child friendly or family friendly channel. You know, I'll swear when appropriate, and the swears will vary depending on On what? Oh, damn you. Of course. Alright. We need to pick up all this stone so I can get this relit, because of course that's all now popping off. Wonderful. I should have realised that would happen. Oh well, no worries. No harm done. It will be fixed very shortly. Oh. Baggeration. Yeah, but I don't know. I think there's going to be things that will be seen. You know, it's just one of them things. It will sort itself out eventually. But in the meantime, everybody's a bit stuffed, and nobody really knows what's going on. So, you know, we'll just have to work within those parameters, really, I suppose. Right, I need to divest myself of a few bits of crap, grab some of that. That's the issue. The issue is that you can say that it's not for children, but if the FTC rule that it is, then what you say counts for diddly. Which is obviously, that's the thing that's got a lot of people worried, especially with the idea that you can be fined $42,000 per video. And I mean, you got to think, I'm trying to think what my current video library is, but it's certainly in the region of lots of videos. So, you know, it's not a trivial sum, put it that way. Should they pursue it, you know, it's going to have an impact on everybody who potentially does video. But like I say, they've got to successfully prosecute it. Now I think it's far more likely that if there was an issue, YouTube would take the video down. I think that is a much more likely. I'm going to leave that one empty because we need to get the villager down there first. Yeah, and the takeaway I've taken from some of these lawyer ones is they don't know. You know, they're kind of saying on the face of it, this is what will happen, but they really don't know. Right, how many have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, 22 plus 18, 40. Plus some more. Okay, these numbers will make sense, I promise. But like I say, the big issue is these laws apply to everybody. So Twitch and Mixer it's not an escape route. You can't sit there and say, well, I'm going to just go and stream on Twitch, and that will get me out of it, because it won't. It's a bit of a bugger in that respect, to say the least. Yeah, what did I come here for? Came here for something. Oh, I know what I came here for. Conveyor belts. Normally you'd use water streams, but we happen to have conveyor belts, which we can make 8. I need 40, so I need 5 lots of that. I'm just going to do a stack's worth, I think, because it's not like I'm short of leather. So if I want, basically I'm going to want that many, and then a half a stack of redstone. That should do the trick. Oh, of course, yeah. There's bang. Oh wow, that made me a little bit more than I intended. Okay, doesn't matter. I'll take 2 lots, and then I'll put the iron back. If they did chads, how are they going to make money? And again, if you were to, I'd be willing to bet that if you were to look at Twitch, there's probably rules and regulations about the having a membership. Without looking, I would see, but. Alright, what am I doing? I am going to play... I need to decide which way I'm going to take the villagers. And obviously, as soon as I want to take them that way, this would seem to be the obvious point to aim to in the first instance. Can't put them there. Well, I may actually be able to put them on that. I don't know whether these are transparent. Let's find out, shall we? So if I put a torch down, and then can I place a... They are transparent, okay. Well, that's handy to know. So in theory, I can just put conveyor belt straight across the top, and it should still work. In my testing, in my original model for this, I did it with using... just to put a water stream on those 3 blocks, and that seemed to work more than fine. And then this one I'm going to take the other way. It doesn't really matter. Mobs can't spawn on these, so that's extra good. Although there's been any number of occasions where I wish they had been able to spawn and I wanted to use them in a mob farm. I don't know, it'll be interesting. I say I suspect... I don't think YouTube will take it lying down on their own. I mean, they'll fight it as well, because obviously this is their livelihood, not just ours. Right, we are going to need glass. Lots and lots of glass. I'm just going to dump that and that out of the way. And those actually, they can go now for now. Don't need them right this second. How do I want to do this? I'm just trying to think. I'm probably going to need to go out another block anyway, because I'm going to need at least 2 more blocks on the side. But let's go and get some glass running in the super smelter. I think that's probably the... Did I not have a waypoint for a... Yeah, I did. It was there. I can spend 3 to get out there, can't I? Note to self, might have been a good idea to check what time of day it was before I did that. Where am I? Bang, I'm over here. What have we got? I've done a wee bit more exploration over here. I actually, that was a singularly let down. I mean, I know I can make it with this glass. I'm going to go head over to that. Oh, I can't. You know what? I'm so used to... we'll see. I think if they lose significant income, they'll take a stronger stance. Well, I know I would if I were a business, but we'll see what they do. Right, we need sand. Right, this way. Fortunately, with these, this is far enough away from everybody's place that we're not going to be interfering. Well, hopefully I'm not anyway. Don't need any of that. Really don't need you. I'm going to pick that up again in a second, aren't I? Damn it. And let's have a look. Grab that. You know what? Yeah, just take it. Grab what's left, head back, and to the square. Do. How are these guys doing for blaze rods? They're fine. Right, that'll get some glass going. Well, that's chugging along. Let's just see what's been going on over here. Wow, that's a lot of... I know hoppers are particularly unpleasant though on frame rate, so let's go and have a just peek, see whether we've got anything that we need to... Oh, go away! It's like walking into a wall of villagers. We'll chuck over a couple of those and that. What else you got? Yeah, I'll send over some pork chop. I don't want to go mad on the pinching the food out from under them, but because there are quite a lot of them now, and I'm not. In fact, I'll make that probably the last batch. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, just send all that lot over. Anything else? Not enough redstone there. Unenchanted. I will not take the axe. Patience, good grief. Hi, Jim. Trying to get villager breeder up and running, but I'm just smelting glass right now. Oh, I suppose I should also turn off the beacons. This is what happens when I have to walk one-handed. Getting there steadily. Right. So if I'm going to... trying to think where I left all my tracks. It's all right. We can jump around at least using these local waystones. So that's a handy way of getting around there. Let me jump over to 10 per second. Sure. I want. You are salt to try. Yes. There's a little bit of me says I should chisel this, and I'm kind of in agreement maybe that we should. So I want to go and be like that. And then what we'll probably need to do is come around the wall just a little bit. Certainly enough to... Oh, no. God, right, let's not do that again. I've already lost the crops once to that, or lost corner pieces anyway. There you go. Towers of Hanoi performed with torches. Yeah, that's not right either, is it? Now how... I may bring this roof down a wee bit as well yet. I just kind of left it up there. Just... for this is initial phase of work. Alright, where do I want to play this then? So if I were to... sorry, pardon me. I can leave that like that for now. And obviously this does need to be zombie proof ultimately, so and we do need to be able to get out of here at some point as well. So we'll leave that one blank for a moment. Chisel. Ugh. Where is the chisel? There. You know those moments where you know you've seen it, but you can't think where you've seen it. I had one of them. I think it's called a senior moment. Oh, I still need to take this out as well. Alright, do this quickly with these. And that can come all the way across there, and that can... So that will, once the villagers are in, will allow the babies to run underneath, and they will run off the edge. They rarely don't run off the edge at some point because they'll see that as a solid block, but the adults won't be able to. So that's the that's that bit. We really do need to start thinking about bringing those villagers in, I think. Oh, hang on. Let me get rid of those. I'm going to want more glass anyway, but right now let me just take and chuck that through as well. Right, let's go and see what I left over there, because I can't remember what I did with minecart rails. And that's going to be a problem, or at least problematic, potentially. Did I actually leave anything useful in here? Apart from these fellows. So... the librarian will want... leather worker... definitely is... doable. He's could definitely go in. The farmer is the one I definitely want in there, and then probably him actually, the Fletcher. However, I'm going to need rails. I'm probably going to need a piston or something to piston them up. So I'll get them onto the track. I think that's kind of where we're going to have to go. I need to experiment, don't I? Let's go and just teleport back over to the castle and we'll just check something. So I'm fairly certain that I know how this will work, but I'm not 100%. And before I move any further, I'm going to have to go back to my my B-Rat back screen, because I definitely need to go and get rid of some beer. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so what did I want? And have I got half of what I want? I've got a piston. Piston will do for starters, won't it? So if I had my piston and I had a couple of rails, and let me think this through. Can I do it with sand? Will this work with sand? I suppose I don't actually need to, do I? I just need to drop them onto that. Or do I? Oh, I don't know. I don't want definitely. Oh, I don't want using that though for indoor digging. I'm just going to take the rails, I think. We'll take a bit of powered rail as well, just in case. Drop off that bit of sand. 60 rails. Should be enough, I hope. I can always go and borrow some out of the tunnel if I need them. Alright, so let's see what we can see. Pocket crafting bench. Actually, no. We'll run through here. But we'll... Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, the courtyard. Oh, absolutely. But it's not going to have a roof. It's things. Let me just grab this lot. And then Now, can I... Have I got the makings of a lever? Probably not. But I do have a fortune pick on me. So now I do. Whack that down there, power it, and shove him onto it. And then thank you. I would actually eliminate the noise, but there is one really important thing about gas I don't want to not know they're there. Come on, you. You're not going to get in there, are you? Oh, got him. Okay. So this guy is going to go into the lower area, and I think I'm not going to have enough. No, don't do that there. I may need to go and borrow a little rail from somewhere. Mind you, I don't, because the next one won't need to go that far. So if I just get you down this far, then oh, of course, yeah, I'm just wondering why I got arrows in my offhand. Yeah, it's like the equivalent to the redstone shulkers that most redstoners use. Come on, down you go. Right, I'll just borrow a bit of this for now. And we should be good, I think. To get him down here. Right then, sir. Are you ready for your new destination, your new career? Go on. Damn you. You did that on purpose, I'm sure. Come on. Down you go. Lovely. Perfect. Right. Jump on his head and... Oops. Sorry, sir. This will be your new house from now on. You will live here forever and you shall not complain about it. Well, at least not once I put the glass in over the top anyway. Oh, you see, it's happy already. It's checking the place out. So then we should be good. Now I'm going to guess that I can't put... Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to. I mean, it's a valid question, so, you know, you've got to check it out, haven't you? I'm going to just bring both of them straight in and then I'll replant those. That's probably the easiest thing to do, isn't it? Okay. Not without breaking them, apparently. Aha! Don't want to do that. And there we go. Right, that should do us as far as that's concerned. We just need to get the other two villagers through. Where's my minecart? There. Okay, let's go get the next one. Who are we taking? We're taking the Fletcher and the farmer. Let's perfect this first. Yeah, I use the word perfect loosely. Oh, come on. On you go. And he's off. Oops. No. No. Something not right here. Hang on. Perfect, he says, after beating him to death with an axe. Maybe a splash potion of healing might be in order. Off you go, sir. Right, let's go and get his partner. Oh, hang on. Oh, damn it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Do. And we've got two, well, we've got spares for, but not really. I would prefer this guy, so go on. Come on. Come on. And a little bit further. And a little bit more. And a little bit more. And a little bit more. No. Perfect. Just going to put most of this back down on the basis that I don't want this to be spawnable. So, you know, I don't think that's unreasonable. Perfect. And let's get this guy in. And getting good at this. Even though I do say so myself. Right, you sir, in you go. And off you go. Oh, you didn't quite make it, huh? Right. Get that lot out. Oops. Oh, they know he's there. And that one can go. And then that can go there. Well, one thing I do need. Need those conveyor belts for there, don't I? Damn it. What did I do with them? I think I sent them back foolishly. Yes, I did. Right, castle. And 1, 2, 3. Yeah, take a stack. That way I can't accidentally have that problem again. And back over here. What I do need to do is block that off. And then you two, if I can just separate these two out. Oh, these off. And these off. Get my hoe. Get the castle in there. God damn it. Oh, they're both farming. Okay. That's even better than I expected then. And then that goes there. Right, we've got. It does seem to rain a lot. I will go with that. I will give you that. We've got a working villager farm, or at least we have so far. What we do need to do now is to take this lot out over here, perhaps somewhere for now, with maybe a torch. Oh yeah, we need to do that as well, don't we? And that should dump the babies down. As a temporary thing anyway. I'll stick a little bit of glass there. That way only babies can go down there. So give these guys a bit of a... Yep. All done. They should work. Because they are transparent to light. So we'll find out, won't we, when these guys make it a babies. Or make it a baby anyway. I don't know why, I just feel that we should be here playing the Je t'aime music now. They're not full yet. Don't look at me with your freakishly... Oh. It's working. It's definitely working. No, the carrots stimulate them breeding, so that's their thing. They like to, and they throw food at each other, you see, and then eventually you get a baby. I think we're definitely getting the baby. Oh, come on. Look at that intense stare. The carrots will have grown again by the time you're finished. No, it was unsuccessful. I think they felt uncomfortable. Anyway, right, we need to put glass on top of these. and lock them down, and then actually start working and decorate this. But I'm going to need more glass than I've got there for definite, because we will, obviously. We should be okay though. I don't think this is going to be in any way a dangerous... Don't mind me. Go on about your business with your carrot throwing. And there. And obviously I just need to put some more on the roof here. But no, they're not doing it yet. They're definitely getting the idea though. They know what we want. Let me go to the square. Okay. I have no idea what that even means, so... Oh, hang on. That can be turned off. And a little bit more. Right, let's see what we're at. 1:45. So we should hopefully be able to get this sorted out for this episode completely. And yeah, bit of that, a bit more. That should be enough. I'm guessing Potter probably translated those, or were you just seeing the spam and... Okay. So if I want... There's a baby. I can see it. It's a little baby brown coat. It's in his knees at the moment. It's working. Oh right, and was it not pleasant? Right. We need. Oh, they're chucking carrots. Some of the carrots have gone shooting down there as well. I mean, we could use this as a carrot farm. I just don't see the point. Ah, okay. I'll quiz you what it means later, because I'm always. It's always handy. My wife's terrible for wanting to know. She'll like go. She'll hear somebody using a phrase, and she'll be like, "What does that mean?" And teach me rude words in whatever language. She's terrible for it. Wherever we go. Right. Let's get a thing. Now we need to obviously know what we're going to do with these babies when we get there. I'm not going to chunk load this in the first instance, just because. Oops, just because. Let me stick that there for a moment. I don't want to come back and find the server overrun with testificate babies. That would be somewhat embarrassing. Go with some of that. I think in the... I really do wish you could get rid of that haze and just have it on when you want it. Shouldn't be a major issue. I don't think they breed. They'll breed like once every... I think the figures I saw were every 15 minutes or so. They should get in the mood, so... You know, and obviously items will despawn in that time, so... Oh, you can't get down. Okay. Now you can. We'll have to come up with a solution for that, but for now the solution will be that. And obviously he'll grow up and then become a thing. Yeah, unfortunately half the ones that we've picked up over the years are how do I put this discreetly? I can't put it discreetly, I think is the long and short. Yeah, let me just, I'm going to chuck a chuck that lot away for now. I would like to take some more of that. So these bits here where this lighting is, I need to put some actual lighting in here. I also need to think about this roof because it does seem to be a little bit too high. Maybe use up some of the... if I use up some of this stuff that I'm not going to use a great deal of, at least put one layer in. I'm all in favour of filling in using junk blocks. I mean, limestone's not a junk block, it's just I've got a lot of it, and you know, same with marble. I don't really need it for anything. That, however, I will possibly do nicely. Okay, so that should do us there. I don't think we'll have a major issue with the carrots. I think they will despawn before there's an issue. I mean, the carrots down there have already despawned and these haven't bred yet, so the only issue is going to be when they're harvesting carrots, because after a while they're going to build up. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. If it becomes necessary, I will stick something in there to clean up. Get rid of this. There we go. Nope. Damn you. Right, so taking, that's our base. What shall we use for the roof? Again, I'm going to stick with stone just because I've got it. Let's go with sunken, actually. That's always quite a nice block for a ceiling. Yeah, they should do, and as I say, I don't see it being a significant problem. So they'll take as long as they take to get back in the mood, and then they'll do things and villager things, you know. I'm just trying to imagine that the dreaded parent conversation between two testificates, yeah, with a baby testificate. Wow. Okay. Well, you didn't hang around, did you? I'm beginning to wonder whether I do want this chunk loading or whether I'm going to want to turn it off. Sorry. Just thinking then, so if I wanted to turn this off, maybe the ideal thing is I could put a piston, some pistons at the top there. If I can get, I don't think I can, yeah, I could put pistons at the top up there to block off the light. That would make this an invalid village, and would turn them off when I don't want them breeding. Might work. It's worth a try. It's about the only thing I can think of that would stop them breeding, short of, you know, Mills and Boon novels or something like that. And we'll get a little bit of that going. And yeah, so that's that. Bit of you, turn you back into brick. Perhaps, I don't know whether. I'm just going to do so many blocks up. I can't see the point in completely doing this chimney in brick, because ultimately up there it's going to merge into other things. But oh god, okay, there. That was right. Gonna possibly have quite a few to clean up after. Anyway, I need to come up with a design for here to put some lighting in, and also things. So what should we do? I don't like that pillar. I really don't like. No. Actually, let's go with chiseled stone. So if I were to stand here and go directly above me, come down one, let me just go and find some space to make one of these. What else can we get rid of? Bit of that, bit of that. Chiseled and bits. Oh, actually, we'll do that. Right, where's my bits? Have I got no? Damn it! I've got no glowstone. Always the case. You never have. Oh, thanks, Potter. It's alright. Instant messaging, rude words. Right, what was I after? Glowstone. I will try to remember those for. No, I'll probably forget them before things. Let me take 4 of those, 4 blocks, and put you into that mode and do that. Then we'll get oh, phew. Now I've been wondering, they're not using these quite the way they were intended. So what I'm thinking is we'll take this away, and what we'll do is we'll set them up like that, so it's like multi-target. Because if there's more than one armor stand, they're supposed to practice their power attack. Wow, you've got a snore and a half on you. Level 40, level 33 now. Cool. Where's your mate? This place is getting a little bit on the busy side. What was it? I was doing pillars, wasn't I? That's right. He says walking straight into it. Take you, copy that, grab that. Hang on. Where are you there? Pop those away, put that back, grab that one. Stick that in there, break that. That should be fine. You need to... Oh, man, get a room. Not always successful, thankfully. We're still only down to one, so that's good. Right, pop that down there. Come over here, do the same. I'll just plop these in. Then we should be good to copy and paste those out. So they should be light blocks, which means we can then break the torches and not lower the light level at all. No, he should be fine. One's fallen in, the second one hasn't so far, but so we're just waiting on that one. They do fall in eventually. Sometimes they probably don't, but certainly in the testing I did with this, because I, believe it or not, I actually went and did some testing first, which I know is an odd idea, but I did. Oh, hello. Right, so we need... that's right, I'm just going to borrow some of this. Don't need a lot of it. Just enough. As long as we're not leaving any holes. I've got loads of this stuff about anyway. It's just saying like there's more there, you know. Right, let me... If I fill this back into the same level, then I know it's safe and spawn safe. Right. So this, no. This stuff, I need to borrow that. And we'll just get a wee bit of a wee bit of that going. What I'm thinking we'll do is just for accent colours in the corners here, we'll have a purple band, and maybe even there. And then these can just be normal brick. Ooh, that's not good though. We've got, if that's a not a major issue, but we'll just we'll put some lighting blocks in there as well. And get a bit of this going on all four corners. We'll correct that in a moment. Fall in. It's going to prove me a liar, isn't it? It's going to be like, I didn't see any problems with them falling in when I tested this thing. And then the first one out, say, well, second villager out of the bag doesn't fall in. Oh, Oh no, he's just wandered off. He's going to have a chat with Dad or Mum. The other thing I think I'm going to need to do is these guys are going to have to be moved further away. Probably the reason they're failing to breed now is that there's only 9 doors, and I think in 112 they were still tied to the number of doors available to make the village. So that's going to be an issue. But on the flip side, it's not going to be an issue right now, which is good, because it means that the villager breeding is controlled until we're ready to transport the villagers somewhere else, somewhere more suitable for their villager lifestyle. We'll see. Ah, damn you. Ah, hate it when that happens. Right, let me go and find some more stone brick. And that, take another one of them. Of course, yeah, the one downstairs is feeling very left out, I think. It's like, I'm down here all on my own, while you guys are all up there harvesting and doing villager sex things. Yeah, I mean, seriously, what do they do? Do they say, you know, when a mummy villager and a daddy villager love each other very much, they throw carrots at each other and along? I don't mind having slightly constrained space over here, because it just means that we can you know, it's more compact in that respect. What do I want to do here then? More of the same, I think. Panel. Let's go with that. And that should... That was just stone I threw. I've been getting a habit recently of throwing away tools, throwing away the things I don't want to throw away, and then not realising until, you know, 5 minutes has elapsed and it's too late. Oh, the Eskimo, well, sorry, Inuit. I think one of the most wonderful things I ever saw was it was actually a statement from it wasn't an Inuit, it was another tribe of Eskimo, but somebody was obviously trying to be very PC and saying, you know, trying to say, well, what's the correct phrase, and they just said, please just say Eskimo. It's much less painful than listening to you mangle the actual name, which I thought was quite an amusing idea, that they kind of wince at the thought of foreigners mangling their the word. Right, I need to tidy up in here a little. Let me pop that and that and that away. And that away. We need to get this lit, these blocks here. The simplest thing I could do, of course, is stick a torch down, but where's the fun in that? Just going to chuck some of these back over. And I'm going to take that and chuck that in there. I don't like leaving blocks around. Yes. We did it. Oh, come on. See, this one's now grown up, so there's still a window of opportunity for these guys to run in. They're just not doing it, and I don't know why. Got an idea. I'm not overly keen on doing it, but I can't see an alternative. I'm wondering whether I should have put these on the outside edge. Off you go. Go grow up, be big and strong. How am I going to do this now without... I suppose the easiest thing would be to drop down. That's going to be a pain. Yeah, so if I levitate out of here and just grab... Should have. Did I? Yes, I did. Excellent. Get them. Make myself a bunch of them. And then go and repeat. Well, I can get around the other side to do that. Yeah, so I'm wondering if I were to... I'll just let these run down. I'll go and grab them in a moment. I can replant carrots as and when. And then do the same down this side. And then, oh well, we'll get them replanted, no losses. Damn it. That and that and then that and that. I think they've all gone in now, have they? Yes, and 2 of them are grown up, so that's obviously a minor problem, but right, so these oh, okay, well done, sir. Have some carrots. Oh, I need one of them. I need me hoe, carrots. The look on his face is like, you're doing my job, sir. I'll kindly thank you not to do that. Okay, in which case we'll do that, and then we'll run this all the way back down here. So in terms of the room, that's done. The only thing left to sort out is that thing. I'm going to chuck the minecarts and that in. That I'm going to leave for a while. Because I'm not entirely sure how this is going to pan out. However, what I do need to do... Yeah, I thought as much. So if I were to go in here and grab some glowstone and do that one, isn't it? And then we should be able to copy that and just place it in these 4 spots, and that'll sort out that problem. Like that. Right, excellent. Not the prettiest build, but just the job. Then all we need to do is decide what we're going to do in here and around here. So let me go in there, grab diorite because I don't like it. Yeah, that's fine because we're gonna bring the roof level down to here. So that'll be there. That'll be to there. Hup, hup. I think I've said before that I'm not a fan of these when people just leave voids. I like my void spaces to be filled in. Don't know why. It's just never. You know, when I do strip mining, I don't like leaving the. If I branch off, I don't like leaving the hole that I've kind of dug in there. It's. I think panel. Have I got any panel still in here? Yes, excellent. And that's panel as well. So that will come down to there. And that one is sunken. So if I were to grab you and turn you into sunken and also a whole load of the you into sunken, then we can that's fine, yeah, that's fine and dandy. Grab a bit of that, fill in the hole, and then just all the way across there. Need to sort out the floor, but we're getting there. How much I decorate this is of course another matter entirely, but that is not actually, that one's empty, isn't it? It is, yes. Stick that down. We'll leave you there for the time being. That should be poorly lit, but it doesn't matter, those are all protected now, so I'm not too desperately worried about that. Bring that over here. Now, do I want to start bringing in some textures? 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3. I mean, you could suppose you could come in here with that point. Don't know. And then we need to think about some... I suppose the obvious one would be this. Oh, yeah, of course. Done this wrong, haven't I? That needs to all go back one. Oh dear. I'm just trying to think of the modern villager breeding mechanics actually, and how that conversation would play out. Youth of today with your modern fandangled workstations. When I was a lad, it was no like that. All I needed was a carrot patch and a willing other villager. Sorry, if that is going to scar anybody, I apologise. Like that, I think that will work, and then we can come back down. Need to do something with that now, but and again keep that things, and then we'll take the chisel, turn you into that mode, and invent chiseled stone stairs. Oh dear, that's not good. And I do know I've just thrown my chisel away, by the way. Right, that should allow us to hoover up all the bits that we just created. What else have we got? Let me get rid of that and those. Keep hold of those. Lever can go. I don't think I need you now. That can go back in there, and that can go into there. That's all nicely. Do we... I suppose the obvious way to continue this is just to bring that floor all the way through from the stairs. Because that would kind of work. Then you can bring this lot just back to stone. Put some decent torches on it, not just bog standard torches, but you know, they'll do. Yeah, good old chisel and bit standrough. Now it's my thought that from there, we do need to, still need to get that lit properly, so there and there would be the obvious choice. Take you away from there. Now I'm never certain, you know, whether these things are truly spawnable or not, and I'm not sure whether it's worth taking the risk to find out. But I think what time are we at? Yeah, we're not going to get much more done on the actual build here, I don't think. But we can pick this lot up, double check my spawning. This will I'll finish off probably between episodes, just get the things. But we've got at least 3 villagers down there. Yeah, definitely at least 3 villagers. And these obviously we've got the 2 in there. And whatever this fella's at the bottom's doing, but and one of them's a white coat, which means that we may have actually got a librarian. So the next thing we'll need to work out is how we're going to get them across there. We're going to need to come down there, probably bring a stairwell down underneath that, and put in a villager cart loading system, I think. Now there is a question. I'm still thinking I might leave this. Let's just put this back where it belongs. And then we can pop this. Now I'm thinking here. Sillington Nether Portal, because then we can jump back over there nice and quickly as well. I could do with sorting out my inventory a little. It's the story of my life, that one, isn't it? So we got that. Need a drink. Get another one. I know it's not like proper beer, as Terry would call it, but you know, it does make sweat. Right, what next? And where do I go next? What is my next plans for the coming weeks? Well, speaking of plans, I suppose we should talk about plans, because they're going to have an impact. How are you doing? How about... Oi. What are you, level 64? 31 hit points at level 64. All thanks to coming over here and beating up armor stands. Definitely need to get some more guards. That's piss. I would just say it's for being wet. For lubricating your throat. I wanted to go down and see how the druids and the miners... I mean, I know the miners are working well. Forgot that. It's there. But I wonder how the druids are faring at keeping these... See, that's not... Oh, that's not actually a shaft. That one... Interesting. So they're not placing torches when they don't need to. But it looks like all of the mine shafts now are full all the way. So yeah, that's a thing. I have got some ores I could throw in. That's going to help. But the druids should be hammering away at some of these. And the problem is, if you... That one's... These aren't valid anymore. Interesting. Yeah, they're definitely lava pool. There's one just over there. If you look on the mini-map, you'll see there's a very big lava pool showing over there. Massive pool, in fact. But what I'm concerned about is why that has stopped being a valid mine shaft. Because if it's not valid, then a druid can't come along and see. That's valid now. So maybe we turn the miners off for a while, put the druids on rebuild mineshaft duty, just repatch these ones, and maybe even put some more in. Might not be a bad idea. But if we take the miners off mining, then the druids can regenerate the mine shafts while the miners have a bit of, you know, R&R, and that wouldn't be a bad thing. Yeah, that's finished. That's absolutely full on cacti. Right, you stop. Need to find the other miner. You earth reform only. Right, I just need this last miner and then we're sorted. Oh god, I need to get rid of those jingle jangles as well. If I were the other miner, where would I be? Probably in the pub. No, they don't. That was a minstrel, was it? Was that a minstrel? You should be going there. Hang on. Is that the one? Come back here, you. Right, you're stopped. So where is the other miner? I'm going to have those both just working on that. I just don't know where my second miner is. Whee! Splash. Oh, there. Pfft. Invalidating the work I just did. Right, you. Stop mining. So if I place blocks on the end of each of these things, then the druids should rebuild them all the way back, and then we can reactivate the miners, and that should do something to stop them. I wonder if there's any way I could put a stop block at the end, something that they won't break. Don't know. I mean, obviously bedrock could do it, but I can't mine that. Obsidian might be beyond their ability to mine, but then again it might not. I don't know. I suppose if they've got a diamond pick, then they're going to be able to mine it. It's a conundrum, to be sure. Just bring it back to there. I mean, that'll give them plenty to be going at with those, with just two tunnels. Yep. Hey, bub. I seed that. It's very nice. It's got to be admitted. It says that is a beautiful visual effect. A lovely visual effect in a lot of respects. Now, why? I just don't know why they don't. Why this thing acts like this? It's strange. That should be now a nice active tunnel as well. Oh yes, that's active again. She's trying to entomb me. And this should be the last one. That's what I'm worrying about. Luckily I've got a reasonable axe, so I should be able to dig my way out. How you actually dig your way out of an entombed in solid rock, I've never actually seen a satisfactory answer for, but run before she comes to get you. But with two of them, that shouldn't take them long to close that up at all. Yep. What level are you now? 25. These are new druids though, so. And now you're tired, I bet. Nope, no incoming druids. Anyway, well, I think we've made some progress. We've got a villager farm. With a villager farm, that means we can make a villager trading area. There's ways and means of getting. What we want is farmer villagers to trade to get emeralds, because they're just OP. I'm not too desperate about getting. I just have to collect these. I'm not too desperate about getting the like the librarians up with lots of mending books and stuff. The library, you know, we've kind of got covered with the fishing. All quiet. With the fishery thing and stuff. I have been continuing with the brewing, so we've got a reasonable. Sorry, distracting me again with the floating blocks of doom. Oh, and the that one should be all right, but the rest of them definitely needed to come down. I did get a new spell the other day as well, which where are we? Lightning disc. Which is it's pretty brutal actually. Does a fair amount of damage. Just haven't got anything handy to do. So that was an interesting spell. They are working better with the extras. I'm not seeing. Oh, well, you can see there. You've not seen any villagers, animals have starved to death messages, and they've been breeding them quite nicely. So. Yeah, it's working pretty good. And I haven't heard any more jingle jangles. No, we're good. No more jingle jangles. I'll go and put those babies away. I can actually we can actually breed one more. We've got a bed for one, but I want to get a few more beds in, and don't know exactly what we'd do with them, but there you go. And in terms of the brewing processes, I actually do want to do some work down here and get some potion shells up to put bottles, because I've got 16 bottles of full quality wine brewed. I've got 16 bottles of full quality wine, and iron wine I should say. I've got 0.93 quality mead on that side, which is good, and 0.97 and 9.4, which actually would make a lot more sense to put the 9.4 in there, and then grab you and get that going. So the mead is going to be really useful, because mead is well, wither ward. So when I want to go and fight a wither, having 10 minutes or more of wither ward will be really useful, because I'm going to do the wither very soon. We're at 0.83 on the cider. Cider's less important. It's good for fighting witches, because it gives you magic resistance. What's my inebriation? I haven't actually got any inebriation. I'm getting quite good at this drinking. I think my liver's getting. Oh, he says, liver's getting used to it. Let's go for a. We haven't gone up, we're still just inebriated, and we need to jump up and down on some apples. And then we can pop those apple seeds away. And so yeah, this is magic resistance, which is not quite so good. The other one I do need to do is wild berries, which we've not played with yet, but no. Spain not so much either. Where are we? So it looks weird watching him dancing. We know full well he's playing a tune, but anyway, I think at that point it's time for me to go and start plotting my week's work and also things. Now, there's not going to be a stream for 3 weekends, I'm afraid. So not next week, but the week after, I'm going to Lanzarote for a week. We were supposed to be going to Egypt for 10 days, and obviously with Thomas Cook collapsing, well, that didn't happen. We've since got the money back for that, so that's all good. But yeah, it's we basically had to come up with something else. The prices for Egypt were silly, just because all the flights were done. So yeah, I'll not be streaming weekend of the 7th, would be the 8th, because I fly on the 7th. I won't be streaming the weekend after, because that's when I get back, and I won't be streaming next weekend because I need to make sure that I've got all my content covered for the duration. So I think the next streaming weekend will be the weekend before Christmas. So yeah, so until then, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you all later. And I'm just about to start coughing, so yeah, bye for now.